Hi, I'm Deborah Alicia. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, thanks for the love. Today's channel message is entitled Naked and Fearful. There are thoughts that come to mind by way of past experiences that don't assist us currently. They played a major part in getting us where we needed to go, and that is where we currently are. However, in order for us to grow, we have to continue to grab a hold of what is current within the context of what we are already going through. What resonates with our feelings, because in doing so, momentum continues and brings clarity. As we are building this momentum, being true to ourselves becomes a habit because we are not suppressing our expression. A momentum speaks to liberty and mobility. Our emotions are free to express themselves with no shame because the expectation is growth and development. Since we are subject to growth, which comes by way of learning, it is only wise to not make anything we receive permanent, because permanency doesn't provide space for growth. More like this is what it is and what it will always be, and any deviation from that is considered shameful. As if those who are wrongfully passing judgment are looking at a naked body, chastening you to cover up. You being led by the Spirit makes them uncomfortable. You are likened to the wild, the uncivilized, because you won't stay stuck in a way that is familiar to them, so they don't feel comfortable. Naked and fearful. That is the channel title I received for this message. And you want to know why? Because their nakedness speaks to shame that causes one to be fearful rather than liberated. When we say naked, we mean that there is no divine adornment taking place. And the divine can't adorn them with spiritual gifts because the divine is not in the business of giving garbage a makeover. The Spirit gives us wisdom and discernment to take the trash out. And through spiritual cleansing, we receive all that we are ready for. It flows to us as we are given keys to unlock those things that we believe to be a figment of our imagination, only to find out it was intel, an inward telling of who we are, of who we truly are, and our purpose here. We were met with ideas of Hollywood, which was the closest thing that these magical ideas about ourselves came close to. Of course, others' view of us means nothing if their views don't resonate with us. So no matter what Hollywood presented for us to watch, we are only attracted to what we know to be true about ourselves. And that could be a perspective or a character in film. When others are not having these experiences, they can be moved to fear, since the programs they are buying into keep them from exploring their higher self. When we are stuck in routines, we are naked and fearful. Naked because our mind is not equipped to respond to accusations with a higher perspective. Fearful because lacking knowledge, we still don't possess the clarity we need to see life from God's perspective and have the effect of that to help us assist others in their journey. When the fear of loss is the focal point, then the expectation of something going wrong is perpetuated. So becoming naked and fearful is a package deal. That is when we don't see the point of growing and become comfortable in what we know, having no intention of growth in that. Not that we don't have fight in us. We want to be good stewards of our energy because good stewardship brings reciprocity, a return on our investment. You've been convinced social media is for socializing, when it's really monitoring your expression for those who program it, who then turn around and make updates based on your response, which shows that you are the head and not the tail, that these observers must wait on your creativity to emulate. Their attitude is very narcissistic as they try to act like they are doing you a favor. If you are the light of the world, what makes you think that you are not the light of these platforms? That everywhere you go, you leave a positive impact for the better. They welcome you freely on these platforms like they are given only for their motivation to take your shit. Creating artificial profiles that collect your data and rephrase what you say to sound more artificial. They have to, because your essence is non-duplicatable, especially when you're authentic in your expression. It makes it harder for them to copy because their fraudulent behavior would be apparent. This is why we shouldn't underestimate being led by the Spirit, because the Spirit's lack of routine makes it harder for others to copy that. They are already stealing, so why not make them work for it? The liberation of the Spirit is not only refreshing, it's protective. So in our vulnerability, be unapologetically, be ourselves, we are fearless, giving no thought to scarcity, because it simply isn't true. We are abundant, and being a child of the Creator, we are granted access to source information that is limitless. Chosen truly have a table set before them in the presence of those who desire to snatch their meal right out of their mouth, as if taking could somehow deplete us of the Most High's infinite existence. You can really figure out who has seen the face of God by the way they treat you. If it's hate, you know what it is. If it's love, then it's love. No need to worry about anything. The Most High is out here doting on us in front of the world to give evidence of its provision for those who have yet to wake up to this reality. Will you wake up? Will you be unapologetically yourself to share only what you can do? I hope so, because in your absence, there is only vacancy, not a replacement. That just can't be, sweetheart, because it wouldn't be you. Creator has never been in this business of incentivizing greatness through fear. If that is the case, just know it is not its voice that you are hearing. What's yours is yours, and nobody can take that away from you. You can remain simply unaware, whereby the truth about you remains hidden from your mind, and thus your passage unclear.